Hello, welcome back for episode 44 of Animus Absentis. I am very excited for this one because we're splitting the party, uh, and there's a strange ship behind them, and we're trying to rescue Tolan. It's gonna be just great. It'll be fine, as we say. Before we get started, I'm going to introduce our sponsors, let everybody introduce themselves and their characters, and then we'll jump in. So starting off, we've got our sponsors, which I'm going to put into chat, all the links for everything. It would help if I could spell. There we go. First one being Fundamental RPG. It's the system that this game runs on. It looks a lot like this. You can pick up your physical copy on Amazon, or if you prefer a digital version, you can get that on sale until the end of the month at coffee.com/raven/shop, like it says in the bottom left-hand corner. And just click on shop once you're there, and you can see all the items that are there. You can also pick up free character sheets for download at the same spot. Also at the same website, you can find Intrepid, which is adventuring gear for real life, casual wear, apparel, athletic and outdoors wear as well, drinkware, accessories, all kinds of stuff with an adventure theme. There's also some Pride items that are in there now. And yeah, it's really cool stuff. You should check it out. And then finally, Die Hard Dice, which are really amazing polymer and metal dice, and a bunch of other types of accessories on their site as well. Highly recommend picking up some. They sent me this really cool prismatic rainbow set this month, which it's kind of hard to see all the different colors in the camera, but they look incredible in person. And you can pick up your own set at dieharddice.com. Use the code BlackFeatherMay, all one word, capital B, capital M, and you can get 10% off your order, off your entire order. And that code is also good until the end of the month. And then finally, if you want to catch up on this show or any others that we have on the channel, you can do so at the Fantasy Network at watch.thefantasy.network. With that, we'll go to the top left with Jay. Tell us a little bit about Sparky and yourself.
Hello everyone, I'm Jay, or Alien Jays. I'm a writer and a game dev. You can find me usually on Twitter, very sparsely, at Alien Jays, and likewise with itch.io. I'm playing Sparky tonight, who is slowly growing into a functioning human being after a lifetime of service, shall we say, with the cartel as an assassin. Whether or not that was indentured or forced or volunteered, we don't know, because they all have amnesia. So now Sparky is kind of dealing with the dregs and the aftermath of all of that, and some memories surface, some don't, and they're just sort of trying to work through it as best they can, while also dealing with the fact that one of their crew members now has all those memories back, as well as the new memories they'd all made together. So they're a little dodgy on that subject, but right now they're mostly worried for Captain, who is on her own and is more than capable, but the rest of the crew sometimes isn't. So
Awesome. Speaking of the crew member that has her memories back, V, tell us a little bit about Annie and yourself.
Hi, I'm Vanessa. I'm the third of the Canadian crew for this group. I am a traditional artist. I work primarily in watercolor and pencil sketch, and you can check out my work. I do digital as well. If you can check that out on my art Twitter, which is at Peppero Draws. It's Peppero like the candy, just below my name card there. And I play Annie, who is the tall little mouse of the crew. She's the tallest member. And aptly named Little Mouse by her crewmates, so that's fun. She's tall, she's got pink hair, space buns, full of energy, ready to throw knives at any time, and has her memories back, and does not currently know what to do with that information, even though this is exactly what she wanted. Now she has to take the time to process. So she's doing fine. I wouldn't go any higher than fine, but she's kicking, so there's that. And that's it.
Awesome. Alex, tell us about Seattle and yourself.
Yo, I'm Alex. I'm a digital artist. You can find me around at Can Chaos Art on Twitter. I play Seattle. He is our ship's mechanic, engineer, dad, both actual dad to one crew member and functional dad to everybody except for Captain, who he is in a paternal co-parenting situation with. Uh, yeah. He makes bad
Alright.
choices. He's worried about his kids.
It's fine. It'll be fine. It's fine. Next we've got Goody. Tell us a little bit about Captain and yourself.
Hi, excuse me. Hi, I'm Goody, and I play Captain. Captain is an android who was designed on the black market as a Black Ops murder droid. She is currently on her way to a very dangerous mission, but she has her crew behind her, and as Alex said, she is the mom of the crew, and she is in a healthy co-parenting relationship with Seattle, trying to manage these humans that she has to deal with.
All right. With all that, that just leaves me. I'm Raven. I'm the creative director for the Raven Evermore, which is my brand for all the various things that I do, most of which are tabletop related. You can find out all about the various things that I do at my link tree, which is linktr.ee/theraven, like it says below my face, or just go to my Twitter, which is also right below my face. And then I play everybody else in the galaxy, including 3 of the ship crew members, which is Seth, a former cartel gopher, essentially, who was kidnapped and then, well, he was kidnapped by the cartel, kind of botched a job to kidnap the doctor. The crew kidnapped him and then adopted him. So he's got an interesting past. Also Liam, which is Annie's little brother, and Daisy, who's actually responsible for everybody losing their memories in the first place, and is also Seattle's daughter. Yeah, currently I have 1 advantage. As for the crew, Sparky's got a crit, Seattle's got an advantage, and Captain has 2 advantages and a crit. I bring this up just because dangerous situation coming up, letting you know what resources you have.
Do you bring it up because it's not going to be fine, Raven?
No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. When we left off last session, I can't remember, had Captain already launched the shuttle and started heading that way?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
And we had just finished communicating with that single ship fighter that we'd seen kind of blipping
Yeah.
on and off of our radar.
Yeah. Okay.
And they were cryptic.
Yes, they sent you a text message back with 2 chicken emojis. Because nobody here but us chickens. Alright then, so Captain, you're starting to head towards this sort of irradiated field of space. There are, as I mentioned, a lot of warning space buoys that are out there that are projecting messages of, warning, turn back, enter at your own risk. Essentially an official way of saying, like, hey, if you keep going, you're gonna die. And your shuttle sensors are kind of freaking out.
Now, is this irradiation going to damage the ship? Like, do I have a limited amount of time?
It won't damage the ship it won't damage the hull.
Okay.
But it might damage other components like the sensors, navigation, things like that. But like the engines, the hull itself, things like that should be fine.
Okay. Just now, do I have an idea of where I'm going specifically?
You do. You have coordinates which are in the middle of this system. So if you were to compare this system to our own solar system, you're like out by Pluto, and you're trying to get to, say, like Mars.
Okay. I guess I just keep going then.
Okay. As you continue to go through this field, your instruments basically just go dead. Um, you're essentially down to um, manual powered steering controls to work the engines and the thrusters, um, and what you can see through your windshield. For Captain, I do need a skill roll here. Let's go with for you. Let's say any of the normal senses. So, sight, hearing, smell, taste. Any of those that you want to roll.
I'll go with sight, I think.
Okay.
$25.
So even though the sensors on the shuttle are down, you are able to sense that there's sort of an electromagnetic charge kind of building up in the hull of the ship. Nothing that's gonna like cause catastrophic damage or anything like that, or cause electricity to arc from one side of the ship to the other. But there definitely is some sort of electromagnetic energy that is hitting the ship.
And I have no way of detecting where that's coming from.
Not with the shuttle itself. You could try to narrow it down with your own senses, but it would be obviously a lot more difficult than trying to do so with the ship.
Okay. What about, is there any way I can force the ship to release said charge before it gets catastrophic?
That's a good question. Also, I'm getting some echo from somebody. Just as a heads up. I don't think so, because it's kind of just building up in the middle of the hull. You can tell that it's not enough that it's going to start, arcing or anything like that. So it's not a real threat, at least for now. But yeah, there's not really a way to release that. That is obvious, I'll say. I'm sure you could probably rig something up, engineering-wise, but there's no built-in way to do it.
Okay, well, if it's not going to be anything catastrophic yet, I'm going to just proceed. Do I have any way of seeing if the radiation is getting worse or less?
Ordinarily, you'd be able to do so with the ship's sensors, but they're gone. Did you bring any kind of, handheld type thing with you, do you think?
I think Captain would bring some form of Geiger, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let me get a, let's say, tech engineering roll on that one. An 18. It is registering that there is radiation, and it is getting into the ship.
Okay.
You're not sure the specific amount of radiation, but there's radiation.
Okay. At this point, that I'm gonna keep proceeding.
Okay. As you continue through, you eventually get out of visual range of the Lagrange. On the ship, is anybody monitoring the shuttle, watching what's going on, trying to communicate with the shuttle or anything like that?
I was gonna say, I think Seattle's on the VR, so if anyone, it's probably him.
No, wasn't going to activate the secondary body until Captain requested it.
Okay. Okay. Then I mean, I'd assume we would have. I think we're all probably in the bridge unless anyone's not. But I know Sparky is.
Is the shuttle sending back any readings at all? Because with the systems that are down.
It was for a bit, and then it cut off. Yeah.
Okay. The readings leading up to the point where it cut off, was there any increase in radiation or any decrease at all?
Yeah, it reported back what you would expect, slowly increasing the deeper in it got, and then it just suddenly cut out.
Okay.
Does it seem like it cut out because of the radiation or because of something else? I don't know if that's obvious to us, but
It's not super obvious. You could try gut feeling to see if you just kind of have an instinct about it, or you could roll education to see if you know exactly how radiation would cause the sensors to cut out.
I have a feeling Sparky doesn't know much about radiation, but we'll go with gut feeling.
Okay.
28.
Yeah, you're not sure how it works, but you just have a gut feeling that it should have cut out more gradually.
Rather than just immediately.
Yeah, you're not sure, but you just have that sort of gut feeling.
Yeah.
And I'm going with a Seattle with education. 19.
Yeah, you don't have any idea. You're like, maybe that radiation could do that, maybe not. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Should it have cut out like that? Just right away? Can we still communicate with the captain? Or do we still have comms, or have those dropped off?
If you try to contact the shuttle via comms, there's no, it doesn't work.
What about Captain's internal comms?
I believe you're too far away. Because they're good for what was it, a mile?
Something like that. Yeah, not super far.
Yeah, you're quite a distance away.
If Captain were to activate the other body, would they be able to communicate with her then?
You can certainly try. Do you do so?
Yes, Captain will activate the other android.
Yeah, as you do, it shows up on the ship, the whatever control system you have set up shows that it's been activated.
Seattle goes and puts the headset on and takes up the controllers.
Yeah, you are able to control the android and see everything. It's a little tiny bit staticky, but it seems to be working fine.
Android, are you capable of communication with the ship?
The android doesn't really respond. It's essentially just in remote control mode right now, so it's just Seattle's responses.
Yeah, Seattle, the android does a thumbs up. Double thumbs up.
I see Seattle is on communication then.
Double thumbs up.
There seems to be an electromagnetic charge building up in the center of my ship.
What do I roll to just know what I know about this?
Mechanical engineering.
Alright. 39.
39. You do know that radiation can cause some electromagnetic buildup along the hulls of ships, but it's usually kind of slow to happen. And the amount of radiation it would take to do that here would be a lot higher than what was being reported.
Back out. The android signs back out.
Okay.
I wonder if it would have like a sign to speech function.
Probably.
I like to think that it would.
Yeah.
Does the captain turn around? Or do you keep going?
Backing out at this point, we have no other way of getting into this area.
The charge should not be building up that fast. Something's wrong. There's too much radiation needed for a charge this fast.
Is it charging up that fast, Raven?
It is, yeah, it is. Based on your description, Seattle's able to tell that it's getting more electromagnetic charge in the hull than it should at this point from radiation.
Is there any way I can release said charge?
Roll mechanical engineering again.
Yeah.
41.
You probably could rig up something if you were actually on the shuttle to essentially. It's like when you have a lot of socks on and you rub your feet on the floor and then you touch a doorknob, like that sort of thing. But you would need something else outside of the ship to act as the sort of conduit for that, and somewhere for that energy to go. So,
And there's no light.
Seattle looks to the other 3 androids in the ship with them.
I was gonna say, can we make a lightning rod out of an android?
They're almost like heat sinks.
Potentially you could, yeah.
And get Captain to help me.
Yeah. How exactly do you want to turn one of these androids into a receptacle for all of this energy?
Here's a metal rod. You go outside and touch the ship.
Okay. Yeah, we can try it that way. Let's do tech engineering to adequately to tell this android to go fry itself, essentially.
I wish I could feel guilty, but I can't really right now.
I'm afraid
Again,
I can't fry myself until I'm registered.
Yeah, again, these particular androids are not sentient.
33.
They are literally fancy computers.
Alexa's not sentient, but people still yell at her.
Yeah. 33. It gives you a long explanation of how this will void the manufacturer's warranty, and it's not recommended.
That's fine.
Fair.
Okay. Then yeah, it'll take, I'm assuming, like a metal wrench or something like that from inside the shuttle. And I also assume the shuttle's set up sort of like a puddle jumper from Stargate Atlantis, where you've got like the cockpit area, and then you've got a door that you can close, and then the back area.
Yeah,
so you
it's
can
got like
kind
a
of
tiny...
sort.
It's like a closet-sized airlock.
Yeah, essentially. So I'm assuming, I mean, not that the captain really has to breathe, but you don't want to get sucked out into space either. So I'm assuming you do that. The android walks, quote unquote, out of the shuttle, and you hear loud metal thunks as it's essentially walking up the side of the shuttle and onto the roof of it, followed by a loud electrical sound and a small explosion.
Bless. Is the electrical charge gone now?
It is.
Yay!
Entirely.
All right, then. In
There's
that case,
I'm gonna amend the description too. There's also like the R2D2 like screaming sound and then an explosion.
the equivalent of an android Wilhelm
Yeah.
scream.
Boom.
Sparky
that's
looks
pretty-
perturbed but isn't saying anything.
Seattle looks kind of calm, but like not like he's particularly enjoying himself.
Yeah. But yeah, there's the electrical charge is gone and it's not building up.
It's not building up again?
It is not.
That's weird. I will proceed.
Hold
then.
up. Seattle would like you to do the Geiger counter again.
May I Geiger
Seattle
again?
here.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll tech engineering for that again.
27.
Here, let me.
Yeah, it's still registering registering low amounts of radiation inside the
I rolled a
the shuttle.
45.
Yeah, same thing. Low amounts of radiation inside the shuttle, nothing that would be dangerous for the captain, and certainly, and probably not all that dangerous for humans either. Probably wouldn't want to hang out in that terribly long, but short-term exposure would be fine.
Then I will proceed.
Okay. Trying to think of how to describe this. Are you continually checking the Geiger counter or out the windshield or anything like that, or are you just focusing on piloting?
I mean, I would imagine she's looking out the windshield quite a bit because that's her only frame of reference.
Okay. Not the captain android. That's not the android that blew up V. Just
One of the spare androids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I was wondering if it was the one with Cap or if it was one of ours.
Fair.
no, it was one on the shuttle.
Okay, perfect.
So as you're looking out the windshield, you get past a couple planets and you're getting closer to your destination. Still, the android that is set up as like a remote control sort of thing is the only communication you're able to have back with the ship. And that does start to get kind of spotty. Sort of like when you move a remote control car, when you drive it off a little bit further than the remote's range and it starts to stop accepting commands. It's getting to that point. Just checking, does anybody want to do anything about that, or are you going to let it just not work at that point?
Is there any way to boost the signal? Like maybe using one of the other androids as some kind of relay if we hang it out the back of the ship? Worst case.
I love the awful abuse we're putting these androids through.
Listen, they're there. We may as well put them to use.
Unique uses
any-
for sure.
Yeah. Anything aside from that, that's like last ditch. Is there anything we can do on our ship?
There are certain things that are possible, but they are very difficult to put together with the resources that you have. So it's one of those, you can certainly try.
Okay.
Unlikely, but possible.
I mean, that is really the biography of the show. I think Sparky would look over to Seattle and just say, like, is there anything we could jury rig to like boost the signal a little bit? I think we'll probably lose her eventually, but
I can try. Seth, Daisy?
Okay. I'm actually going to need a mechanical engineering roll for this,
Alright.
because these are physical parts that you're going to have to rig up.
Yep. I know I've got, outside of the captain, I've got the best mechanical engineering, I think.
It's true.
And
All
I
right,
have my tool bonus with that right now, so it means plus 13
Yeah.
to whatever I do.
Nice.
You get in a spacesuit, take these antennae, and just put the rabbit ears on the top of the ship.
Make sure you
42
cover
plus
those in
13,
tinfoil.
So 55.
55. Yeah, you're able to extend it a little bit. You're still 5 off of what you need to fully boost it to like its maximum possible, but you do extend the range quite a bit. So yeah, Captain, as you are staring intently out the windshield and piloting the shuttle, about halfway through the solar system to where the coordinates are, thankfully, Seattle can still see everything in the shuttle because of that boost. So Seattle, you're probably aware of what Captain's seeing, which is what looks like a tiny little rocket being launched from one of the moons on one of the planets that you're passing. Could I get a sight roll to find out what that is?
From both of us?
Yeah. Seattle's will be a little bit harder because of the lag and looking through a view
28.
screen and whatnot.
18.
28?
Can I add Android onto that?
Not really for this one. You do have
Okay.
2 advantages if you wanted to use one of those.
Mm,
Or a crit if you want to use that one, but it's up to you.
no, I think for this we're okay.
All right then. So Seattle with a 28, you're not really able to tell from your vantage point what exactly it is, but it's definitely like a single engine rocket, and it does seem to be coming towards the shuttle, and it's not large enough to be a manned craft.
So it's probably somebody shooting at us.
Seattle is
Would be a safe assumption.
Seattle is signing dodge.
What do I roll to dodge?
So the shuttle character sheet has where is it? There it is, shuttle.
Do I need to do
should have that
shuttle?
built in.
Okay, let's see here. Shuttle.
Yeah. So yeah, you definitely want to do dodge, which is a 12 on the shuttle. And just hit
Okay.
that, and then I'm gonna roll to see what their attack is.
20. Dirty 20.
All right. All right, you are successful at dodging it. The missile passes you. But I do need one more dodge roll because you can notice out the back window that it is turning around and coming back towards you.
Oh, goody.
It's a guided missile.
Another dirty 20.
Barely. So you were just barely able to dodge out of the way. You see it just streak past the underside of the shuttle. So close that you almost hear like a scraping noise from something just barely touching the bottom of the shuttle. But it
I
zooms
hate
ahead of
that.
you. It zooms ahead of you and explodes a safe distance away from you as it runs out of fuel, essentially.
So,
Yeah.
is this the planet I need to go to?
You're about halfway to the planet you need to go to.
Oh, no, these are just angry people. Okay. Great. Lovely. I'm going to notify the back of the ship I am under fire from a planet. A guided missile made an attempt.
on the ship. What are you? What's your reaction to that news?
Seattle's kind of looking to the rest of the crew as in, do we want to go in after Captain?
Sparky's got the widest, like, oh god, my captain's gonna die look on their face. But they do like a head shake, like a really kind of panicked, like, we can't take the radiation like Captain can.
Wait. Put all of our focus in getting the signal boosted. And he looks to Liam. You've been doing those simulation trainings for piloting, haven't you?
Yeah. Why?
Think you could get Captain through a course of guided missiles?
You want me to fly the shuttle through an android, through VR, to not get hit by missiles?
Yep.
I can try. That's gonna be a
Good.
lot of lag at this range, though. I've never tried that before. Liam's like giving all of the disclaimers of like, I can try to do this, but I'm definitely not making any promises, and it's not my fault if it doesn't work.
See, not through an android, because we did still have the set up so you can take direct control over the shuttle.
Oh, that's right, you do.
But
Yeah.
at this range,
The range is going to be lag, but less so than trying to do it through an
Yeah.
android.
I guess that's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
It's
It'll be a lot easier, yeah.
He's like sitting Liam down in front of a station that's already been set up for this.
Yeah. Essentially, because of the signal boost that you did, it's possible to use this. Actually, technically, that part wouldn't work. But we're gonna say it does, because this is more fun. So yeah, Liam's gonna give it a try. In the meantime, is anybody working on a plan B?
What are
Before we
Yeah,
before we
yeah.
get to another plan.
Seattle's gonna see about making ourselves some lightning rods for the ship, so we can go in there if we have to.
Okay. Let's see.
What was Nessa gonna say?
Before Liam gets too comfortable, Annie's going to approach him, and she places a hand on one of his shoulders and makes him look her directly in the eyes as she's speaking. And she
Okay.
speaks very, very slowly, and she looks at him and she says, "You understand that if something goes wrong and you're piloting this ship remotely, that captain could die, right?"
No, I hadn't thought about that, but thanks for adding the pressure on.
Don't give me that. I'm trying to be serious with you.
I
Listen here, you
know.
little shit. My point in saying that is I want you to be okay with that risk. And if you feel any sort of uncertainty in your own ability at all, then I don't want you to do this, because I don't want that resting on you and you feeling like it was your fault if something goes wrong. So I just want you to be very sure that this is something you want to do. If you don't feel confident, and I'm not saying that you don't have the skill to do it, I'm just saying if you personally don't feel like you have the skill to do it, then I would rather us find something else and you wait until we find another plan. I'm not trying to be snarky. I'm being serious with you. I want to make sure that you don't have that resting on your shoulders.
So, yeah, he gets less on edge, and nods and listens to you the whole thing, and then says, "Yeah, I'm not super confident that I can pull this off. If there's another plan, that would be great. If not, I'll still do it if it's the best chance."
Okay. In that case, let us figure this out. And If it's the last case scenario that we have, then we'll go through with it. But until then, we can see what else is available to us. Don't freak yourself out. Just stick with us, and we'll see what we can do.
Okay. Back on the shuttle, are you holding position or continuing to move forward, Captain?
Moving forward.
Okay. Then while everybody's trying to come up with a plan, there is another missile that's going to get launched from that moon and start coming towards you. So we'll need another dodge roll.
$19.
19. Okay. 19 plus 5 because you're dodging ranged, which makes it high enough that it misses the first pass.
Okay.
And then it circles back around. So it's going to try and hit you again.
So dodge again.
Yeah.
25. Plus 5.
Which is plenty. So you dodge out of the way of that one. It zooms ahead of you and explodes.
Yay.
Back on the ship. How's the plan coming?
Seattle's trying to think of anything that he can do to basically have it so we can vent off the amount of buildup that'll be in the ship, so we can get in there if we have to.
How far is Captain from the planet that she needs to be to?
She's a little further than halfway there. The ship's a lot faster than the shuttle, though, so catching up won't be a problem.
What I'm thinking is, if needs be, could Captain theoretically... This is going to sound so fucking stupid. Could the Captain theoretically jettison herself from the ship if, like, worse comes to worse and the shuttle's going to get blown up, and then use some means of basic propulsion, fire extinguisher perhaps, or, just launching at the right moment, and that way we could potentially go and pick her up. This is all just just theoretically.
Wise, is that possible?
Yeah.
Or in character wise?
Yeah, in character wise, I think as well, Sparky would mention this to Seattle and Annie, clearly with the intention of this is the worst case scenario. I am not saying jump out of the shuttle.
Okay, meta knowledge, world knowledge wise, yes, that would absolutely be possible. Just keep the back pressurized and then blow the back door, and it would launch the captain a safe distance away from the shuttle. It would be a little bit difficult to find the captain because a humanoid shape in space.
In the vastness of space, yeah, grain of sand in the ocean.
I mean, you'll have her signal with the comm, but it might take you a little bit to find her, but she would be fine in the vacuum of space.
Sorry, I just had a different idea. I'm going to work on that.
But...
No,
yeah.
Again, this is not like, hey, Captain, why don't you just go take a spacewalk? This is not. This is not just on a whim. But otherwise, I think Sparky would lend a hand to Seattle if he needs any help retrofitting the ship.
Would you all like any kind of tiny suggestion?
I wouldn't turn one down.
Has anyone mentioned to the doctor what's going on?
I mean, unless they're a rocket surgeon, it didn't really cross my mind, no.
Okay, that's the hint. It's just that question.
Okay.
Would any of you think of the doctor? Because Annie wouldn't.
Not even remotely. No, unfortunately. The situation at hand is not something I feel the doctor would be specialized or otherwise knowledgeable on, so...
That's the worst part. We as players know that that's the suggestion, but realistically, I don't think Annie would give a shit about the doctor in this very moment. She's too stressed.
Captain's out in the middle of nowhere getting shot at. Doc, what do you think? What's your how are the odds on this one?
Yeah, Captain's not gonna be like, go get the doctor. Like, no.
And I'm trying to help you out too, but like
No,
Daisy
that's
would be
totally
too
fine.
panicked. Liam's
Yeah.
freaking out about possibly gonna have to fly the shuttle.
I think it
and
makes
Seth
perfect
doesn't
sense
know
for
enough
us.
about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it makes perfect
Okay.
sense for us to not think of that. We'll find
right.
some other convoluted solution to it.
Listen,
All right.
unless, hear me out. In our panic, one of us accidentally like trips over something and breaks an arm, has to go to the infirmary.
Quick, how does your stomach feel? Well, it feels fine. How now?
A punch to the gut. What are you feeling now?
I tell you what, if you want V, if you want to roll a d20 and it lands on a nat 20, then you can suddenly become ill inexplicably.
Someone has a panic attack. They have to go. Like,
Just passes out on the console.
Actually, that would work well for Annie right about now. She's got a whole new set of memories she's integrating. She didn't ever want to be connected to people. Now she has the very real possibility of Captain dying.
And of Liam having that on his conscience.
Yeah.
she could full blown
true.
dissociate right now.
We're gonna have another can of spray cheese incident where she just like zoinks out on
Yeah,
the
just-
lips.
God.
Her whole consciousness just yeets itself into the void of space. Like, Annie, honey, are you okay?
Just dial tone.
Y'all are gonna end up with like Klonopin laced spray cheese cans.
God.
Corner the market.
All right.
This has
for your
gone so many
knowledge,
places.
Is the doctor in the infirmary, or like where on the ship are they?
Evens or odds?
Evens, always evens.
Yes, they are in the infirmary.
Okay. What if Annie were to just take a walk? She's just gonna take a walk, I think, because she's in the bridge right now, trying to figure out how to not have Liam have this potential death on his hands. And since getting her memories back, I will say that Liam is extremely now at this point her number one priority, even above herself. So this does kind of stress her out a little bit. So she's just going to take a walk, do a lap, and see if she can breathe and come up with an alternate solution, I think.
Okay. And you just happen to go by the infirmary, and the doctor is there, sort of hunched over a table working on something.
Can I see what they're working on from here?
You can try. Would you, if you'd like to do a sight roll?
Sure, why not? The question is, do I use my Annie dice or do I use roll 20? Because they're both screwing me over lately. Let's just do roll 20.
Thanks for that cheer of 100 bits there. Rollers of
Relay.
Relay. Thank you for the cheer. 16 per sight. Was that it?
That's it.
There's vials and a beaker. You're not really sure what it is.
Do the vials look like anything that we've recently collected?
Not really. They're like new vials. They've still got that new vial scent to them.
That old new car smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll take a step in the door, I think. And just say, hey, Doc, what are you up to? Nonchalantly as she dissociates, panic attack.
There's a loud sound of glass containers clinking together as the doctor startles upright and turns around and says, you can't sneak up on me like that.
Annie puts both her hands up, like splays out her fingers. She's like, whoops, my bad.
Can I help you?
I mean, not really, just taking a walk. Trying to figure out a plan of some sort, I guess. Figured maybe a walk would help me clear my head.
Yes, I commonly find walks are useful for thinking. It's unusual that you would come to the infirmary, though.
I to be honest with you, just kind of did a lap of the ship. Didn't help as much as perhaps I would have liked it to, but it's a start, I guess. So I just passed by, saw that you were working, and here we are.
Yes, here is certainly where we are, in the infirmary. But was there anything else I could help you with?
You wouldn't know how to pilot a shuttle through VR, would you?
Why would I know how to pilot a shuttle through VR?
I don't know. I was just hoping that it was a skill that you had so that Liam wouldn't have to do it.
Why does Liam have to pilot a shuttle through VR?
Well, since you asked, no. Yes, we're in. Annie leans on the door frame and explains the situation, how Captain is currently trying to avoid missiles in a shuttle that are launching from a moon, and they're just trying to play keep away.
I see. Yes, that's quite concerning. I could see where that would be alarming news. Why don't we just go in and take the ship in? Do the ship thing that you all do with the ship?
The ship thing that we do with the ship. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What ship thing are you talking about?
You take the ship in and you do ship things to shoot things or something?
You say ship thing, and the only thing that really comes to mind is the numerous times that Seattle has run either the ship or the shuttle through a wall, and I don't really think that is going to have the effect that we desire here.
Well, the
you're
ship,
right.
I presume, can be shot a lot more than the shuttle.
Yeah. Really, the only problem that we kind of have with bringing the ship in is the radiation, and the charge and all that. It's a lot of angles, a lot of different things.
What? I'm sorry. Nobody tells me anything. Not that I'm complaining, but what radiation?
She gives the doctor the full spiel, start to finish. All the details that I have forgotten, she remembers.
Okay. Right. I see. Yes. Okay, that much radiation would be bad for organic beings. Yes. How much did the captain say was inside the shuttle after having gone deeper into wherever it is they're going?
So Captain only had like the gauge that told her, right, that there was some, not like a specific amount, or was I gone at the time that we discussed that?
The gauge actually does say how much. The captain just didn't roll high enough to see the exact measurement, but Seattle did.
Oh, okay. And I do apologize. Did Seattle tell us what that number was, or keep that to himself?
I'm assuming Seattle relayed that information to the rest of the group. Yes. Okay.
Okay. Information as Sue information. She tells the doctor.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Anything that Annie knows, she says.
So the doctor just sort of, does the whole stroke their chin thing and thought, well, there would be a lot more radiation inside the ship if there was, the number you told me happening outside the ship. Huh, that's curious. Oh, well, at any rate, and they turn around and walk over to a locker and open it up and pull out, like, the similar to but legally distinct from hypo sprays from Star Trek, and just hand you however many people are on the ship's worth right now. Which is, here you go. This is just your basic anti-radiation medication. That should be more than enough to protect everyone from that level.
So it's like Radix from Fallout.
Yes.
Of
Annie
course the
starts
doctor would have
laughing.
that.
Yeah. Annie starts laughing. And she's just like, of course. Silly me. Why wouldn't I have just come to the infirmary and asked you for a shot to save us from the radiation? My bad. Thank you.
You're dissociating. You know, the doctor might actually mutter that under their breath.
Yeah. Annie, in between her laughter, goes, what was that?
What? Did you say something?
Did you say
I
something?
really need to get back. I really need to get back to my work. Oh, here. And they grab one of the things out of the box and inject themselves in. There we go. All right. Well, if that's all, then, get out.
You got it, Doc. She just takes her arm full of medicine and slowly trudges out through the door. Straight back to the bridge.
You just hear this, and then muttering of calculations and measurements and stuff, fading as you get further away.
I think Annie's the one who needs an emotional support rooster at this point.
Annie should just go and hang out with the rooster. It's very calming.
Just find them curled up in a nest later on.
Can Annie go to an airlock and just scream into the void, please?
Sure.
Not at this moment. There are more important things right now.
I really thought you were going to say, can Annie just go to an airlock and toss all this shit out?
I did too. I was like,
I was
guess.
like, okay, that's where we're at today.
Surprise! Annie's the villain now. I fooled you all. No, she goes back to the bridge.
Okay. I'm gonna assume that that conversation happens and medication is distributed. Hopping back to the shuttle, because all of that's gonna take a while. Continuing forward or holding position?
Continuing forward.
Oh, good. More missiles.
Yay.
Gonna need another dodge roll. Yep, you definitely dodged the first one, and then as it turns back around, need another roll.
Yikes.
Oof, that one's gonna hit.
You do still have advantage, I think?
You have 2 advantages and a crit.
I'll use an advantage.
Yeah.
Alright.
29.
That one will miss.
Yay.
So again, it roll the other way, and you just hear this tiny light scraping sound across the roof of the shuttle, as it just narrowly misses and explodes a safe distance away from you. But they are.
Circuitry twitches.
There's probably gonna be enough time for them to get off another shot if you continue moving forward.
Why are they? Oh god! How big is this moon that I'm still close enough to be in range of it? Oh my gosh! Is it the Death Star? Is it secretly the Death Star? You can tell me, Raven.
It's not the Death Star, but they do have rather long-range ballistic missiles that can break orbit. All right, if you're moving forward.
Yes, I am moving forward.
Oof. Okay, roll dodge.
Okay.
Okay, I got a nat 20. So
Oh,
it's gonna hit.
Oh.
How does taking a walk in space look now, Cap? We coming back around on that?
Hold on, I just need to.
You
to
could
look
always
something real
use the crit.
Yeah, I was about to say,
True.
you could
That's
counter
true.
crit.
I mean,
If I crit, would I survive
uh,
from a nat
one,
20?
one second.
Like, I don't want to
Okay,
waste
so
a
that's-
crit, and
That's how much damage it'll be. Okay. What did you roll again?
a 28 plus 5.
So that's 32?
4.
33?
I think.
33.
No, 3. Sorry.
33, okay. And they rolled. No, actually. They would still hit.
Then no, I'm not going to use a crit, because why waste it if I'm going to get hit
Yeah.
anyway?
You're not gonna blow up. Like, I mean, it's gonna hurt, but you're not gonna blow up.
Goody, okay. But after
Uh,
this, I'll be out of range of them, right?
Maybe.
I'm sorry, Goody. Lisa, you are cracking me up tonight.
It's the cold medicine, thanks.
So the shuttle takes 10 damage, which I already took off on the character sheet. So your shuttle's hit points are 25 of 35. As it blows up, the shuttle jostles around quite a bit, and you definitely hear some like metal shearing sounds as bits are being bent and sort of ripped off the shuttle. But it was nothing critical. Outer hull pieces only. And I'm sure Seattle at this point is really grateful that they armored the shuttle.
Okay, but you know what I'm picturing? That the other androids that are there, like, do you remember that old weird YouTube thing? It was like the John Madden, like
Yeah.
they
Question
all
mark, question
just
mark,
start
question mark.
making weird noises in
Yes.
Ow! Ow!
Ow.
that. They just
Or,
all do that, and Captain's just like, "Oh my god, stop!"
Or like the chickens screaming in Chicken Run when they get
Yeah.
when they
Yeah.
get scared.
And Captain's just like, make it stop. Like she's just saying, deactivate.
As funny as that mental image is, the other, I think there's only 2 androids that were there aside from the one that Seattle's piloting, and the other one is
Yeah.
deactivated. So
Yeah.
unless Seattle is
Anyway.
flailing around.
No, I don't think he would be. Anyway,
there
headcanon
would be-
aside,
There would be klaxons and red lights and things going off if your sensor still worked.
yeah, I'm sure.
So really, you're
I'm
just met
going
with
to-
an uncomfortable silence.
I'm gonna push forward and try to get the hell out of range of these psychos who are hell bent on my butt.
All right. Would you like to push the ship's engines a bit?
Yes, I would, Raven.
Okay. Let's go for a nimbleness roll on the shuttle's character sheet.
I just pictured you looking down at the console and you're like, why am I at half speed? Fuck.
Oh, right, we have a turbo button.
Use the NOS. Anyway.
31. Yeah, you are able to push the engines past what they're designed to do. It does not sound pleasant. Seattle, you know that something in the engine is probably damaged. It's fine. But the shuttle goes a lot faster and doesn't break down at the end of your speed boost.
Good.
And yeah, you do seem to be out of range of that moon.
Of that, I don't like. You're freezing, Raven.
I'm just, you gotta go through a whole solar system, and space is pretty big.
I
You're
even say
right.
it's really big.
Space is
Yeah.
pretty big. In fact, I hear it's even large.
It is. But yeah, you're safe for the moment. Hopping back to the crew. You've administered this anti-radiation medication. What do you want to do? What's the plan?
Do we still have contact with the shuttle? Like, are we still receiving signal at all?
Yeah, it's very, very staticky, but Seattle can still access the android.
I say we ask Cap.
Got his like Cap. We could come pick you up. Turns out there's anti-radiation medication on the ship.
If you desire to, that is fine. I do not know if it will be fully necessary. I have been hit, though.
We're coming in.
Shuttle is still fully functional.
Okie dokie. I guess Sparky's gonna go down and get on one of the guns? Because if Captain's getting shot at, chances are we will as well.
Okay.
Seattle's gonna stay up here to help pilot the ship. Watch, you know, he's gonna get down to the engine room so he can boost the ship.
Oh, yeah, good call. Good call.
He
Liam,
looks
you've been
for
training?
What's for Liam?
Liam is like, "Oh, I'm pretty sure I can fly this ship through this stuff. Like, I feel confident in that."
Okay, put on the VR helmet. You're gonna go sit in the cargo bay and pilot it from there.
Why?
And you'll be upside down.
Seattle actually gestures to Sparky to take up the VR helmet.
Why me?
Because you're good at spotting things and communicating things back and forth.
Have you met me?
Yes.
Because the first one's right.
Well, if you want to, you pick somebody else to do it then if you don't want to do it.
Why would you pick me in first place?
Because I trust you.
Okay, trust and skill are way different things, though.
Well, who do you think would be best to do it then?
Someone who has a better relationship with Cap than me, probably.
You have a very good relationship with Captain.
Oh, just give me the thing. I'll talk to Captain. Honestly.
Sparky gives that look of, like, humor to Annie, a look of, like, oh, yeah, you know what's going on. Whether or not they get a good response, that's, yeah.
You don't get anything negative. That's all I can give you.
Cool.
It is blaringly and painfully neutral.
Oof.
Okay. The crowd is mild tonight. Got it. So yeah, Sparky will.
Annie's having a mental breakdown, Sparky. What else do you want?
They can't tell that. They're bad at communicating things. So they're gonna go down to one of the guns, probably the not the rail gun, because that's pretty hard to shoot the missiles with, I'd suspect.
Okay. I think you are correct, yes. All right, so Seattle's in the engine room, Sparky's on the gun, Annie is relaying things back and forth with Captain and the shuttle. Liam is piloting. Seth and Daisy are standing around not knowing what to do. Does anyone give them tasks to do? You don't have to.
Sicking Daisy on the communicate comms to get those boosted as much as possible.
They're pretty much boosted as much as they can be already. Because of what Seattle did. All All right. Are there any other preparations that you do with the ship before you start moving in? Just
Captain's
check.
going to warn them that they will probably lose all external function. Like all their systems are gonna go kaput, and you're gonna have to do things manually.
Okay. I could probably get it restarted on the other side, though.
Okay. Then I will we'll just do this for. Oh, why did I close that? I still need that. And I'm gonna need this.
I don't like when you need things in this game, Raven. It tends not to go well.
I need the shuttle and the Lagrange character sheets open is all.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here. We'll do this. Okay, cool. That's not actually Daisy, it's Liam. Liam does a great job getting the piloting started. Anyone on the bridge, which I guess is just Annie and Daisy and Liam and Seth.
It's mom and the kids today.
Yep.
Also, don't worry, Jay. Raven just wants to actively monitor our demise. It's no big deal.
Mm-hmm. You got to keep track of these things. I understand.
Yeah. Okay, so anybody on the bridge, the warning sounds, the warning messages show up on the screen, you know, proceed if you want to die, essentially, is what the gist of the message is. And
as the alarms kind of go off and make noise, Annie just looks up at all the consoles and she's like, somebody's very talkative today.
Yeah, ship sensors, we're all gonna die. Okay. More of that happens, and feel free to interrupt my description at any point if somebody wants to do something. I'm just gonna keep telling you what happens, essentially. But yeah, all that goes off. The sensors start to give you very erratic readings, sort of the equivalent of a compass spinning around in a circle. And then as you keep going in more and more, all of the sensors just go completely dead. And
Sorry, can I interrupt for a second?
Yeah, absolutely.
So as this is happening, Annie starts to kind of chuckle to herself again, and she opens up comms to the infirmary and says, "Hey Doc, just a heads up, we're going into that irradiated area now. Just thought you'd like to know." And then she hangs up. You know, because nobody ever lets the doc know, so she just figured it might be nice. But that's all.
You get a response back. It's like, "Oh, thanks for," and then it just cuts out as all of the comms on the ship cut out.
All right. What can I do as Seattle to try and get things back up and running?
There are a few things. Also, the lights sort of switch or shift over to like emergency lighting mode.
Mm-hmm.
Yellow alert.
So your sensors have gone out and you want to do something. Let's do you can do mechanical or tech engineering to try to assess the problem from a physical standpoint, or try to figure out what's going on with the tech part of it. Probably mechanical first.
Yeah, I'm going to do mechanical
the computers are
first. Mechanical first, and I have my engineering tools, so I'll be plus 13 to that.
Okay.
28 plus 13, that's 38, 40.
40. All right. So with 40, you are able to tell that.
Actually, it's 41 if that makes any difference.
Thank you. Wait, no. Yes, it is.
Yeah, you're right.
I am.
So the 41, you're able to tell that the ship's computer essentially looks like it just got hit by an EMP.
Which does generally require a manual restart.
Yeah, there are some components that are like fried though, so it's gonna take a little bit to restore that.
Okay.
It got hit by a big EMP.
Yeah. Which was likely building up in Cap's ship before we released it.
Possibly. Do you want to start working on fixing those parts, or do you want to investigate more?
I'm going to message to Seth and Daisy to start fixing the parts while I investigate more.
Okay. They will start working on that then. What specific part of the equation here would you like to investigate first?
Also, does that involve them leaving the bridge?
It does.
Okay. Annie is going to ask one of them. They can decide amongst themselves to stay, because if they don't have comms right now and something happens, then somebody's going to have to be a gopher.
Okay. In that case, Daisy will go work on the computer. Seth, who's good at running, will stay on the bridge.
Sorry, my brain's being very slow tonight. I kind of...
You're totally fine.
I overdid it physically today.
So the question...
Into it with tech engineering.
Not until the computer's fixed.
Okay.
But like if you want to ask specific questions like why is X or what would cause Y, you can do that with mechanical engineering.
Was this the similar build-up to what we had on the shuttle?
It seemed...
Because Seattle was in the shuttle when that was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seattle would probably notice this definitely was stronger because it's affecting your ship the same way it's the small shuttle.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lagrange is a lot more shielded and things like that.
So whatever they've got is really good at basically knocking out big things.
My only question, and like feel free to kibosh this whatever, does it seem like it's just an effect, or does it seem targeted, I guess is what I have in mind? Like it was specifically aimed at us, or is it just an effect of where we are? That's what I mean.
It's a good question. Seattle, you can roll to see if you can figure that out.
Mechanical.
Yep.
42 plus 13, so
55. Very nice.
Something like this would be an area of effect type deal, but it wouldn't come from radiation. This looks more like an EMP weapon hit the ship.
Hey Cap, how are you shielded against EMPs? No reason.
This is what I'm not allowed to build. Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
They built it first.
This isn't exactly what I planned to build, but this is why I got told not to build these.
It's not quite what you're thinking of, Alex.
Yeah, but it's still kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
To be fair, Captain got rid of hers.
Yeah.
It's true.
With a 55, I'll give you this too. It probably came from one of those buoys that's spouting out warnings.
Oh, cheeky. So we could take one of those buoys.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, Seattle's gonna try and see if you can't pinpoint which buoy it was.
You can certainly try. That's going to be an education roll to try and triangulate with math.
Because we do got to get out of here afterwards.
I throw my engineering tools into that?
No. You're doing math.
Yeah.
Not using tools to work on something.
Can't really do math with a socket wrench.
I mean, you could, but it wouldn't be very efficient.
Yeah.
What about a
A lot of round
protractor?
numbers. Sorry.
31.
That was great. 31.
31?
Okay. With a 31, you're not able to tell specifically which one, but you are able to kind of go like, well, if I was going to do this, I'd probably put one in all of them.
Yep. Seattle puts on the to-do list of the main group chat thing of collect 1+ buoys on way back for study.
That's not working at the moment.
He pulls out a post-it note. Fix it.
Okay. That works. All right, then with that in mind, we'll hop back over to Captain. You're continuing on, I'm assuming, yeah?
Yep.
All right. You get like 80% of the way there. You can see the planet that you're supposed to be going to. And you can see that there are a lot of moons around the planet, and what looks like a lot of satellites in a very high orbit. How do you proceed, or do you proceed at all?
I'm gonna hide behind one of the moons.
Okay. Okay. Valid strategy. I believe the shuttle has a decent blend in. Oh yeah, it's pretty good at that. So let's do a blend in roll for that on the shuttle character sheet. Sorry, our Zoom chat is funny right now.
Blended on the shuttle?
Yeah, on the shuttle skill list.
Okay. 17.
It's not great. You're not very stealthy. You do still have an advantage and a crit if you would like to use either of those.
I'll use an advantage.
All right.
32.
Much better. Yeah, you are able to kind of take a low orbit around a moon, I guess, or land on the moon. Which would you prefer to do?
Land on the moon because I want to try to get my systems back up. If there's not that much radiation, I want to get my systems working again.
Okay. Yeah, you are able to land on the moon without being seen. Could I get a sight roll from you next?
17. Can I give it Android? Oh, wait, that was shuttle. Sorry, that was shuttle. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me roll mine.
I was gonna say, I thought your sight was higher than that.
31,
Nat
net 20. Yay!
Nice. So that'll make that a 41. Yeah, you can see that you've actually landed not far from what looks like a missile silo. And they just didn't see you.
Wow. Okay, I'll take it.
It's like on the horizon, but like you can tell from the silhouette like what it is. And yeah, you see that like imagine the shuttle has like 4 thruster type engines on the back that make it go, and one of them is just like completely mangled from this missile that blew up.
Right.
And some of the fins and things like that that make it maneuverable in atmosphere are are also pretty mangled. Taking this down onto a planet is going to be challenging, but you can also try to fix it. And then yeah, if you check the computer on the shuttle, it's same thing that's happened on the Lagrange. It's been knocked out by an EMP, and some parts are damaged. Evens or odds for if you have the parts on the shuttle to fix it?
Odds.
All right, if it's odds, then they will be there.
Yay.
I rolled an 8, so unfortunately the parts that you need are not on the shuttle, but they are on the Lagrange.
Okay.
So you can't get your
Are they
sensors
in the
and everything
missile
back
silo?
up. Potentially. Yeah, you could try to go get them from the missile silo. I'm sure they have computers there. But you can fix the fins, at least on the shuttle, or at least try to, with what you have here for resources.
I'll try to fix the fins, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I can picture Captain like just chopping bits off to make it more.
Sorry, for some reason this gives me feelings back to that very first heist. Sparky and Seattle, and there ended up being a hole punched into the gas, the gas tank of the shuttle, and the two of us were high as a kite on morphine. But we also blew ourselves up.
Right.
Yeah, this shuttle's been through some stuff.
Wow.
But yeah, go ahead and roll your mechanical engineering plus android, because you have a lot of strength to be able to just like bend stuff back into place.
Okay, that's a 27 plus 5. So that'll be 22? Or 32?
32? Yeah. You're able to do an okay job. It's not pretty, and it's not back up to 100%, but the parts that were going to cause a lot of drag or potentially rip things off are taken care of. Still missing the one engine thruster, because it's going to have to be replaced, but the other 3 are working just fine, so you should have enough thrust and whatnot to do whatever you need to do.
How far away is the missile silo?
5 miles?
So if Captain were to say sprint,
Yeah, you could get there easily.
and are these silos remotely manned or are they physically manned?
You don't know. There isn't much of an atmosphere on this moon, though. So you do know that, but you don't know if there are people in the building or not.
So if anybody is on this moon, they're probably more limited than she is what you're saying.
Limited in
In
what
movement.
way? If they're outside the building, absolutely. They would have to be in a spacesuit or something. Inside, you don't know what the inside of the building's like.
Is it a very big building?
I mean, it's got a bunch of missiles. And like it looks like sort of like a bunker kind of a thing. So, like on the outside, probably not very big, but it could be bigger on the inside.
Right, because it's underground.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Jay.
Moon's haunted. Yeah.
Just the idea of captains sprinting along a moon is one of the most terrifying things.
Well, good, because Captain's
Our
going to go
scary
looking for
captain.
parts. She's
What
going
was
to
that?
tell. She's going to tell Annie, whoever's manning the other android. I need some extra parts. I believe I will find them at that silo.
Okay, and Annie, you're able to understand the captain just fine, and you can tell that there's some building off in the distance, but it's there's a lot of static and like white noise and stuff on the video, so it's really hard to see.
Annie takes a brief moment to go, neat. But just says, yeah, okay, sounds good.
And so Captain opens up the back of the shuttle and just takes off. If you would like the image, sure, she Naruto runs. Like, whatever.
Oh my god, yes.
Me on my way to
I
Area
love that.
51.
Oh my god.
It's kind of what it
Well,
would
guess
look
I know
like,
what I'm
yeah.
doing over break.
Yeah. Can I get a nimbleness roll from Captain?
You sure can, honey. I figure if we're gonna have a Captain Heavy episode, we're gonna have a Captain episode.
Absolutely.
She
We're all
doesn't
here for it.
often get to show off what a monstrosity she is.
18.
18. It's good enough. You don't trip or anything like that, and yeah, you're able to Naruto run. Maybe not quite as fast as you wanted to, but it's still pretty dang fast. Yeah, you're able to get to the missile silo, and you can see it does have a door. It looks like a sealed door with a keypad on it to get in. And I'm going to pause there, go back to the ship, and I presume you're just going through as quickly as you can, right?
Yup.
All right. So you're roughly about where Captain was when the shuttle was getting shot at. And Daisy's working on getting the computer fixed, but isn't quite there yet. And yeah, there is a missile coming out of the moon. Sparky, if you're on the gun, you can see it. Liam can see it. Basically, anybody that's looking out a window can see it. Essentially.
I think that moon just spat at us.
Yeah.
So what can I do on the gun? I assume that's on the character sheet of the ship.
It is. Let's go with let's just go with the railgun attack roll.
Okay. Now here's the question: would it be better to use the railgun or the cannons? I think is what we said were on it.
I'm sorry,
Light
you're right.
cannons,
The
yeah.
light cannon. That's what I meant, not the railgun.
Just because I'm thinking, like, if it's a tiny target like that, I don't know if the railgun's like great for that. I think it's better
the
for bigger
railgun's-
targets.
Yeah, the railgun's more for like punching holes in ships.
Yeah. Okay. So, and there's no bonus to hit.
It's already calculated from the ship stats.
Cool. Okay. Boop. Nat bloody 20.
Yeah, it's coming in, and you're able to like strafe fire, and it's got like tracer bullets, so you can see where the things are going, and yeah, you just rake right across the side of the missile, and it blows up well before it gets to you.
Nice shooting, kid. Don't get cocky. They said to no one in
Yeah.
particular. Just there's no one around. Kind of do a little pat on the back. Nobody saw that, but it's okay. I'll take it. Yeah. So
Daisy's
they're
working
just
on the
watch.
computers. Here's that echoing through the vents. Like, who are they talking to?
Just repeating some crap they heard Rip say way back in the day. So yeah, they just continue watching. They'll keep an eye out for more.
Okay. That definitely is going to happen. So, 2 more missiles launch off of the moon and start flying towards you. And I think that's a good spot to take a break. So, we'll take our 15-minute break here to let everybody stretch their legs and everything, grab some food or whatnot. And then when we come back, we'll find out what happens with the missiles and the silo and if the moon's haunted or not. So, we'll be right back. And we're back. So, when we left off, there were 2 missiles now coming towards the ship. Go ahead and make a couple of attack rolls there, Sparky.
Okie dokie. Sorry, I was on a different thing. Lagrange. 1. And then a 2. Oh, good. There's the nat 1 I was talking about earlier. Would I be able to use my advantage on that one, Raven?
No, but you do have a crit.
Oh, good. I do have a crit. That's right. I'll save it.
Okay.
I know that seems really backwards, but...
No, that's fine. Holding on to crits, I completely understand.
Yeah. By the way, we should probably put spacesuits on, maybe?
So the first one was, very high. So
yeah,
they're both gonna hit.
Mm-hmm. How bad is the second one is my question.
We'll see. So the first one.
I don't like that. We'll see.
Ooh.
You want I should use that crit, Raven?
Up to you. The first one's gonna be 12 damage.
Okay. Okay, it can take the first one. That's okay.
And then the second one. 22.
So, question for those of us on the ship: would we be okay with the ship sitting at 9 health, and whatever comes along with that?
I don't feel comfy with that.
Yeah, no, I'll go ahead and use that crit there, Raven.
Okay.
I approve.
Yeah. And what I'm thinking happens is Sparky's like doing this math in their head. They're like, okay, well, the first one hit. If I let the second one hit, how bad are we going to be? And like by the time they realize how bad it's going to be, they have a split second to like just kind of cut the thrusters off of it, and maybe it just kind of like skids off of us before exploding. Just kind of right off.
Perfect. Skims right off of the
yeah,
shields
and just explodes like real close, but not on it.
Perfect.
We're fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
So that happens.
Mhm.
And Captain, you're faced with a sealed door and a keypad. And there's also a camera.
Is Captain seeing these launches, by the way?
No. This
Or is this a different
moon?
Oh, okay, sorry.
You're only like halfway through the solar system.
So there's a camera.
There is a camera.
Is the camera looking at me?
It is.
Captain's going to very quickly attack the camera.
Okay. Go ahead and make a melee attack roll.
How do I do that again?
On your character sheet, it should be under your defenses, the attack section. And then you just do the training type as melee, and then hit the die symbol next to it.
Oh, there it is. Why is there no bonus to hit in my...
That's like an extra bonus. It automatically calculates from your stats.
Oh, okay.
When you put the training type in.
24.
Yeah, you are able to hit it no problem. I'm assuming you're using your blades.
Yeah.
Yeah, you slice and dice the camera. It's no longer functioning.
So when we say there's a sealed door, how sealed are we talking?
Like airtight, sealed.
Okay, so
Like
it's like,
elevator doors.
Like space door sealed.
like space door, so probably a little out of her reach.
But yeah, the building looks like it's sealed against the environment,
Right.
against the atmosphere.
Is there any way of knowing if I have been seen on said camera?
No, not really.
Are there any like intercoms, like any visible intercom?
Yeah, there might be like a push button speaker microphone thing on the keypad. Or you know when Roger gets locked out of the bunker again and can't remember the new code, he
Yeah,
has to call
yeah.
in and be like, "Hey, I forgot what the code is again."
Captain's
Oh
going.
my God, Lisa, can you
Yes.
can you press the button? Say, hey, forgot the code again.
I was thinking of doing that or just like knocking on the door.
I love that for you.
Yeah, she's gonna press the intercom button and say, "Excuse me. Just excuse me."
There's a pause, a little, radio click sound. What do you want?
I need to get inside.
Click. No, thank you. Click.
It was not a suggestion.
Click. We're all good here inside, and with you outside. We're good. Click.
How much damage could Captain do to the door?
I mean, it's a space door. It's heavily armored and designed to not get holes in it. But you could try. I mean, eventually you'd probably do some damage.
What
to it.
about where the camera cables go, though?
What do you mean?
Like, is the space on the wall where the cables are, funneled through, is that as strong as a space door?
Yeah, true.
Just saying.
You could try focusing on that.
I
spot.
suspect they didn't expect an android to burrow through their walls, so they may not have prepared for that.
Yeah, I'll go for the weaker spot in the wall.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Same as last time.
Yeah.
20.
Uh,
Do I add androidness to that?
no. It's just an attack roll. Like you hit the spot on the wall, but it doesn't really do a whole lot. Except make a really creepy scraping sound from inside the bunker.
Yeah. She'll, after she does it, she'll get on the intercom again. Let me in, please.
Click. No, we're still good. Click.
This is like some big bad wolf situation.
Yeah.
No harm will come to you if I am allowed inside.
Click. No harm will come to us if we keep you outside either. Click.
Can I roll to hit that area again?
You can try, yeah.
$26.
Same thing. You hit the spot. It makes a little bit of a dent where the cable goes in, and you're able to pry a little bit into the metal, but it doesn't do a lot. There's no like pressure change either. Like,
Okay. Can I get on top of the building to investigate any other areas to enter?
Sure. Go ahead and make a sight roll to see what you notice on top of the building.
Oh, nat 1.
Oh no.
Hold on, Lisa. Do you have any advantages or anything? No. Okay, hold on. It's fine. I'll give you an advantage. There you go.
All right.
Thanks.
No more nat ones today. We're not doing this.
23.
As you look around, you can see that the top of the bunker is mostly just flat. There are a couple of pipes that come up through, but they're like fist-sized pipes.
Mm.
And there seems to be like some sort of gas form substance coming out of it.
Gas form substance?
Mhm. Like something's coming out of the pipe in a gaseous form. Like vapor or smoke or something like that.
Right. What about the silo itself?
There are quite a number of them. They're big, round discs of metal and concrete on the ground.
Are any of them open?
Not currently. They have big, heavy metal doors that, like silo doors, that close.
Yeah. Trying to think of a way to get in.
I admire the determination.
My hacking isn't great. Like, trying to get in with the keypad. That would be tech engineering, right?
It would, yeah. Captain's much better at the slashing than she is at the hacking.
I mean, I'll give it a try. My tech engineering's not terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, actually. Can I use the intercom again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I roll Daunt?
Yes, you can. You can try to intimidate them.
27.
Listen here, you little shits.
Yeah, they're still feeling pretty good about their whole stay inside the bunker and don't let the murder robot in plan.
All right.
It's not the murder brought outside you have to worry about.
I guess I'll try to do a hack.
All right.
25.
Yeah, it doesn't really get you anywhere.
I will say, you could always wait until the silo opens to launch a missile.
It's a possibility. We'll pause there to let Captain contemplate, and we'll hop back over to the ship. You're moving a lot faster than the shuttle, so it doesn't have quite as much time to get as many shots off, so it's going to make one more attack on your way out. Holy crap.
Well, that's another nat 20 right there. No problem. I've been on these guns all my life. I've used them exactly twice.
So it's a 36. And I rolled with a nat 20, a 35. So,
Sparky's sitting there like, I got this. Oh no.
It's like whoever's controlling this missile is really good. It's like zigging and zagging and weaving in and out of your gunfire. And it's almost going to get to a spot where once it explodes, it's going to cause damage. But just before it can, you manage to hit it in just the right spot and it blows up.
Oh, I'm so glad there's
And
no comms.
The ship does the whole, like, flying through a fireball in space thing.
Heck yes. Captain's gonna be so proud.
Liam in the cockpit on the bridge is definitely like, cutting it a little close, aren't you? Just out loud. Sparky can't hear because of the intercoms are down still.
Meanwhile, Sparky's like whooping and hollering.
Not long after that, you get past the range of that particular moon, and Daisy is able to get the computer fixed, so your ship systems come back online, including sensors and everything else. And yeah, you're a little over halfway to the destination. You're able to actually see Captain's shuttle on the sensors and everything. And you can communicate again with the via the robot, the android.
Sparky would message everyone on the ship like, all clear. It doesn't look like that one's shooting at us anymore. Any word on Cap?
Am I able to hear this?
No, it's just Annie's able to communicate through the android on the shuttle, but you are like a few miles away, so
Fair enough.
she'll have to run over to you, I guess.
Oh God, Steve! Now there's 2 androids outside. What are we gonna do, man?
Do you guys want Annie to send over the other android to have communication?
I mean, it would be good to know if she's not dead, right? Like we as
Oh, that's
players
true.
know, but
You do have the other android that you can activate and have it run over
that's
there. And
that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
I forgot there's another one on the shuttle.
Yeah, we can send the extra android.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's do that then.
Okay. So you activate the other android, and it says, "Would you like to take a moment to register me?"
No, not right now.
I'll remind you later.
Okay, do that.
Right, I'll remind you later.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Annie like mutters something not so nice under her breath.
Okay. It's just activated. It's waiting for something to do.
Yeah, she'll tell it to. How would she have to go about this? Is there a way to like
I think
ping Andrew?
I think Captain told them her designation, so they would recognize her at least, right?
Probably.
So are you just telling this android to run up to Captain and relay a message then, basically?
Yeah, just go find her. We want to know that she's alive, I guess. And is there anything that she needs from us now?
Right. I'll find Captain and relay the message and bring back Captain's message. Hold on. Cat almost knocked over my microphone stand. 1 second.
I just
There we
picture
go.
the android running up to Captain and being like, "Are you dead?"
So you told the android to go find her. So the android starts looking around the shuttle, and like the locker, underneath seat cushions.
Deactivate hide and seek protocol.
Back on the bridge, Annie's just like pinching the bridge of her nose.
Love that. Does Annie clarify for our poor android friend here?
Yeah. Is there any like visual? Like, is there? I can't remember how far you said the silo is or the building. Can we
about 5
visually see that?
Yeah, about 5 miles, and yeah, you can see the silhouette of it on the horizon.
Okay, then in that case, Annie would point that out and say, "No, Cap's over there."
Right, I'll go look for the captain over there. And it starts running.
The silhouette, you're going to the silo, right? Not just over there, some random. It's the silo. You get that, right?
It's already running, but it is running towards the silo.
I can picture,
fingers crossed.
all I can picture, Vanessa, when you're saying this is just you like arguing with an Alexa. Like, just, I don't know why you're just like super old when I'm picturing. You're just like, you know what's over there, right? Like it's not just the.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm chalking this all up to like this trauma that Annie is trying to go through. She's like, typically I'm good with machines and technology. Today I'm just going to yell at an Alexa. That's fine. We all need to decompress
no, I want
somehow.
the original,
We've
not
all
the
had
cover.
those days. Like, we've all had that day.
Yeah. Anyways, it's doing what you want it to do. A few minutes later, Captain, you're trying to, contemplating, trying to figure out how to get in here, and a random android walks up to you and goes, "Hi, are you dead? What is your status? Do you need anything?"
Captain stares at it for a second and then says, "I do need something. I need you to send off an emergency signal and say for 5 miles south of our location. Include that in your message. Do you understand?"
Great. Who's the recipient?
Lagrange. However, as you send off that signal, I require for you to stand in front of this door. Can you do that?
There's a pause, and it says, "I can stand in front of the door. However, my transmitter doesn't have the range to contact the ship."
Can you contact the shuttle?
It appears the components in the shuttle that control the radio are damaged.
Of course they are.
Would you like to take a moment to register me?
You know what you can do? I wish for you to press that button right there. She points at the intercom button.
Okay.
I would like you to ask that question into that speaker after you press that button. Do you understand?
I understand. Please wait.
And do it as many times as you need to.
She walks over, pushes the button. Would you like to take a moment to register me? Nope, we're good. Would you like to take a moment to register me? Nope, still good. That goes on for a few minutes. Eventually there's just no response. It's just the android pushing the button and saying, "Would you like to take a moment to register me?"
Which means they might have turned the cameras off.
They've turned the intercom off, at least. The
Which
camera's
means
just
they've turned the intercom off.
yeah, the camera's in pieces on the floor.
Yeah. Captain turned off the camera.
Yep, it's just that over and over again. So Annie, the android hasn't come back yet.
Annie's in her chair on the Lagrange, just like cursing up a storm about this stupid goddamn android who disappeared into the moon desert.
Captain
I
comes
hate it when my
sprinting.
androids disappear into the moon desert. Sorry.
Right?
Go ahead.
I think Captain's going to return to the shuttle because obviously she can't get in.
Okay. Yeah, you get
But
back to the
she's
shuttle.
leaving the android behind.
I was gonna say the android just stays there pushing the button over and over again.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So yeah, Captain gets back to the shuttle. Annie, you can see this.
She's just like, yes, finally, an android I can talk to.
I was looking for parts I could use. Unfortunately, they will not let me in. And their defenses are a little too rough for me alone to try to open.
Cap, did you just ask them to let you in?
At first, yes.
Annie like moves away from the console for a second and just like turns around her chair and starts laughing. Like trying to muffle it with her forearm, just like laughing. And then turns her chair around and goes back to where she was sitting. All right. We're almost there, I think. We just got past the moon that was shooting off those godforsaken missiles.
This moon
What-
is loaded as well.
Okay. All right. What are you thinking now? What can we do for you immediately?
If I am able to get the shuttle off of the moon surface, I could join the Lagrange once again.
How is it looking in terms of that task? Like, do you figure you can make the trip if we can pull up the Lagrange?
I don't know, Raven, can I?
Can you what?
Would I be
Make
able
the
to
trip.
get? Yeah, would I be able to get the shuttle off of the moon to the Lagrange to intercept?
Oh yeah. It's the shuttle still functions. It's just you're basically flying everything manually.
I should be able to accomplish this, yes.
Okay, so my suggestion is then a sort of flyby pickup. If that moon is also loaded with missiles, then it's time is of the essence, I guess. What happened to the other android? They're just
She is politely requesting to be registered by the rude people there who will not answer me.
There's another muffled snicker. She's like, that seems pretty fitting. Okay.
Also, request that they load the railgun.
I was literally just thinking the same thing.
Will do.
I don't
Uh,
like this silo.
Remove it from the moon. I don't wish it to be here anymore.
The silo offends me.
You can kind of hear the smile in Annie's voice when she says, I hear you, Captain. We'll do what we can. And she'll send off this information that she has from Captain to the rest of the crew as well. We're going to try this flyby pickup and get the railgun loaded.
Sweet. So Sparky will hop to and go to the railgun component.
All right. We'll fast forward a little bit. You start approaching the moon, and just like before, especially now with all the sensors in place, there's a lot of moons around this planet, and there's a lot of satellites. And you're able to tell that this place is kind of bristling with weapons.
Oh, good.
So you are aware of this as you approach. Is there anything that you want to do special about your approach, knowing this information?
Is there any angle at which we could potentially get close enough without the missile silo seeing us until they'd see us?
Yeah, you can try to go in stealthily. I can have Liam do that for you if you would like.
Sure.
It didn't go well. It wasn't very stealthy.
Oh god. Like we're gonna get our asses blown up, kind of bad, or we just don't have cover.
Like the moon silo is gonna start shooting at you bad.
Okay. Would it help if I give you an advantage?
Steady on. We'll get through this. Question for you, Raven. Are we within railgun range if they were within rocket range?
Yes. You will essentially, when you're in weapons range of each other, it'll be at the same time.
Perfect. Is there a way that we could line the ship up so the railgun shot goes through the missile and into the silo?
If you get a nat 20, yes.
Of course. Okay. Then I think Sparky would be yelling over the comms for whoever's free to go and like get on the guns so that we can start knocking these missiles off in case we can't get it. And Sparky will train the railgun on the silo and try to knock that out.
All right. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Perfect. Boop. 16. Huh. Can't dodge out of my way this time, Silo.
Yeah. They definitely got higher. I can't
That would be
remember
like a
yet, no, that
deflector or something, right?
Yeah, I was just looking to see if Liam could like dodge it. He
Mm.
cannot. It's gonna hit.
Okay. Well, that was Daisy you rolled, I think, wasn't it?
I'm using
Or
the
is it
Lagrange
functionally?
character sheet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
I just
gotcha.
didn't change the name.
Oh, with the right.
So that's gonna be 12 damage.
It's okay. We're fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're just sitting 19 health now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there's the primary buffer panel just flew off the ship. You know.
Hate that I know what you mean, but yep.
interesting. Yeah, your flying might get a little interesting.
Good. I like interesting because Liam has to do it.
Yeah. Liam probably actually gets on the comms like, yeah, we're experiencing a little turbulence. We might, or having a rough approach, might experience a little turbulence and then explode.
Oh my goodness, this is gonna
And
be
he just
fine.
gives him a stern Liam. I feel like that is heard over the comms as well.
Liam just looks at him like, what? What do you want me to do with this?
You're in trouble.
Not the time for death jokes.
It's time and a place.
Then
when we're not actually
Eddie,
dying.
when we're dead. Liam doesn't
Preferably
actually say
when
that,
we're
but-
looking, preferably when we're looking back at this situation and laughing about it, and then you can make death jokes. Not in the middle of it.
Anyways, so the one missile it hits. The counter bullets miss. Did you still want to fire the railgun at the silo?
Yeah, I thought I already had.
Oh, was that what your roll was for?
Yeah. What did you think my role was for?
Oh, I thought you were trying to blow out the missile.
Oh God, no. It's a railgun.
right,
I'm not
you
gonna
were-
hit that.
Wow, my brain totally
That's totally
just
fine.
farted there. Yeah, because you even said like I want to fire it through the missile into the silo.
Yeah.
Wow. My brain's
Totally fine.
work there. So you rolled a 16.
Mm-hmm.
It's a non-moving building.
I was thinking either deflect or block or something if they have like shields or ablative plating.
Their defenses are usually like the missile hits you and then you don't shoot at them.
Right. Defense is offense. Okay.
They're also a fairly well hidden silo unless you know where they are.
Right.
So between the captain telling you where it is and all that, yeah, you just hit it.
Would you like me to roll
and-
damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Railgun. Boop. That's a 15. Oh.
Nice. So 15, what happens is the camera is going to look at start at the ship, see you pushing the button and it's going to follow the projectile a little ways. Then the camera's going to shift to the front door from the perspective of the door looking out at this android that's just pushing a button going, would you like to take a moment to register me? Would you like to take a moment to register? Boom! As the projectile you can see just coming from the background smashes through the android, through the door. Atmosphere just starts pouring out of the building. Yeah, it's an emergency for them.
Don't fuck with Space Jehovah's. They will get in. I don't know why that was the thing I jumped to. I'm sorry.
I don't know either.
Space Jehovah's. I like it.
Okay.
Me and my mouth are gonna have a talk later. So, bunker's blown up. Sparky will message that to the crew.
The bunker's still there, but the door is blasted open.
It's unlikely they're going to launch a missile at the moment. That's all that matters.
Yeah, you've got time to get away or move past it. So Captain, are you taking off to rejoin the ship?
Sure am.
All right. I need a pilot roll, or a mechanical engineering roll, rather. From you, not the ship. 31. Yeah. You take off, no problem, and you're able to rendezvous with the Lagrange. So you're all back in one place together again. The ship is in rough shape.
It's fine.
But you're at the planet where Tolan is right there. What do you want to do?
I feel like we went in to get Tolan and then made our own problem. How are you guys feeling about this? Is Tolan worth it?
This whole thing? Well, we're already here. Like, we're gonna have to run the whole gamut anyway.
Yeah, like
getting
we're
out.
here anyway.
We may as well find out why they want Tolan so bad.
Or why they want us to find
Also
Tolan
that,
so bad.
yeah.
Like,
All right, I guess we're doing this thing then.
May as fucking well. So,
Alright.
yeah, like go and land on the... Did we get coordinates on the planet or just like the planet's coordinates?
Yeah, the planet's coordinates, and then you do have like a location on the planet.
Okay, perfect.
Where to go.
So I guess like land near that, but not at it, because they probably have guns. Would be my suggestion.
Not
But
a
now the
bad,
captain's on the ship, she can decide.
not a bad call.
is anything shooting at us?
Nothing shooting at you.
Well, that's good. So yeah, just land nearby, I guess.
Okay.
And determine who wants to go try to figure out where Toland is.
As you start heading towards the planet to go land, you do notice that, like on your sensors or whatever, that the satellites seem to be like focused on the ship, but nothing shooting at you. So you're allowed to approach the planet. And as you are, anybody on the bridge, could I get a sight roll from you?
I think that's just Annie and Cat. Oh no, I guess, yeah, Sparky would come up if we're not in immediate danger. Sight, you said?
25.
Ooh, Sparky's not seeing anything.
Okay, so Sparky doesn't
28.
notice it, but Annie and Captain, I'm gonna just cinematically describe what you're seeing instead of saying what you see. So you look down at your ship's panels and consoles, whatever, and what you see is what we'll see as the camera pans behind you, and to the big empty space around this planet. There are FTL windows that open up, and about 3 really big cruisers show up, and that's where we're going to end the session.
What is this, Star Wars? The Imperial ships
Yeah,
coming
like
in? Oh my god, I'm so stressed out.
All I can say is... Oh, we fucked up.
Yep, we sure did.
That said, I don't think we could have gotten out of it this far in anyway.
Yeah.
I feel like we probably would have gotten warped in regardless, so...
Can't wait for next week where we all get our asses blasted. It's fine.
It's fine.
fine.
Team Rocket blasting off
It's
again.
literally the first danger we've ever been in.
Is
Well,
it
except for the
right?
whole Annie getting shot bit.
Yeah. Yeah, the trap was already sprung as soon as you went
Yeah.
past the buoys.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll find out who these cruisers belong to, what's going to happen to the ship, and who's the puppet master behind this whole thing next week. So definitely don't miss it. Before we go on our raid, I'm going to let everybody say what their favorite part was, where we can find them next, anything they want to share or plug. And then if there is a raid cry that you would like to use from the show, or whatever, throw that into chat and we'll use that when we go on our raid. So we'll go reverse order from how we started. So Goody, what was your favorite part? And then where can folks find you? Anything you want to share? All that good stuff.
My favorite part would be Captain setting up the android to just repeatedly request to be registered to the rude intercom people that won't let her in the bunker.
That was great.
And I don't know, I won't really be anywhere except here next week, same time.
All right. Next. Make sure to go follow Canned Chaos Art on Twitter. Excuse me. Something caught my throat. They do awesome art, and they had to run after the break, but they should be back here next week as well. And they're awesome, so go give them a follow. And then V, what was your favorite part? Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share or plug?
I think one of my favorite parts was trying to come up with a roundabout way to get to the doctor without metagaming it. I think we did relatively well. Annie is experiencing some mental duress, so I'm going to take it as a win. It's fine. We don't have to worry about it. I also did very much appreciate Captain setting up the android to make a nuisance of itself. Listen, if you didn't want your base to be blown up, all you had to do was open the door and give Cap what she needed, and you didn't do that. So now you pay for it with your lives.
This is why you
Natural
always register
consequences.
your electronics.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that, Goody?
Natural consequences.
Yeah.
You know what? It happens. They made a decision. These are the things that result from that.
If they'd read the EULA, they would have known.
Yeah. The fine
Like,
print
I'm
is, would you
pretty
like to... Go ahead, sorry.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure the pandemic happened because all of us never registered our WinRAR.
I was gonna say, the fine
Whoa.
print is, would you like to take a moment to register me, fine print, or I'll blow up your door?
Yeah, like
Yeah, so that was absolutely beautiful. And then just the image of looking out through the door, seeing the android mid-sentence, and then pow, impact. Love that. And then of course I've gotta go for my own babies here. The little banter between Annie and Liam is always super fun. Especially now that she actually remembers him. So that's really cute all the time. As for me, you can find me here next Wednesday. We're going to be doing another episode of Exodus. It's going to be coming to a close very shortly. The crew is in the middle of battling with an evil doctor who they are going to try and decapitate and bring his head back to pretty much essentially the main gangster of Exodus. So come back and check that out on Wednesday. You can also find me on my art Twitter, which is @PepperoDraws, and that's Pepero like the candy. Lots of different original characters up there, some anime stuff if you're into like My Hero Academia, and Jujutsu Kaisen and stuff like that. That's up there. I recently just posted a couple pieces of an original character of mine. His name is Asmaroth. He's a prince of hell. He's really cute and I love him, and he's a little trash demon who likes to steal your valuables. So if that sounds appealing to you, go check him out on my Twitter. Thank you.
Awesome. Jay, same questions.
I think, like, I loved those moments that we've mentioned already, but I think watching getting to see Cap do stuff on her own and us having to like flounder and help from afar, I think was really interesting. I think we did that really well, which I was not expecting it to go well remotely, even like at all. So that was really good that we didn't immediately eat shit and die when we went into the zone. I'm trying to think, was there... Yeah, like overall, it was interesting to see how it all worked and see what we could actually do with like handfuls of straw and dirt, essentially, because we didn't really have much to go into this. So the fact that we've done it with so little, I think, was very impressive. And, you know, the fact that we might be dead in a couple sessions, possible. It's entirely possible with this crew. So yeah, you can catch me here next week on Tuesday for Standing Stones, same time slot. 6 Mountain Time, where we're kids finding out that we have magic for the first time in like our entire lives, and we're dealing with that and probably gonna run away from home. So if you enjoy those teenage movies where they all pick up sticks and go on their own adventure to find themselves, that's definitely what we're gonna do. And then yeah, back on Saturday for Animus, and sometime this year Afterburner. I don't know when, don't ask, but it's coming.
Excited. I'm really excited for that. And yeah, Standing Stones is a lot of fun. I'm very excited for the direction that it's taken of like, oh wow, all the adults suck, we're just gonna leave. It's gonna be good. And that just leaves me my favorite part. I really enjoyed watching you all figure out like taking all the different steps and figure out like, oh, this isn't actually an irradiated area, it's a blind, like a hunting blind. It's set up to deter people and mimic a radiation field. So all of that was fun, and the crap. How do we talk to the doctor? We never want to talk to the doctor.
It's not even that we don't want to talk to them, it's just we have no reason.
Yeah. The doctor doesn't want to talk to any of you either, so I mean, there is that.
I'm glad the feeling is mutual. Like,
yeah. My job is to heal you when you need healing, and then we never talk other than that. That would be great, thanks. So yeah, that was cool. And then also, like, setting a trap that you all didn't immediately pick up on was kind of nice, I'm not gonna lie. That was kind of fun. I'm excited to see what you all do with this next week, because there will be a lot more information about it next week when we start. But I think those are my favorite parts. The whole episode was great, and seconded to all the other parts that were already mentioned. Where you can find me next will be Tuesday for Standing Stone, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, where I play Cauliflower, or Callie, who's your basic shonen anime protagonist. She's got a tail. She likes to punch things. She's not very bright, but she is very compassionate for her friends. And then, yeah, we've got the regular shows the rest of the week as well. Other things to share or plug is just our sponsors, which is Fundamental RPG, which is the system this game runs on. Also Standing Stones and Welcome to Madison. Three very different shows that we have on the channel right now, all running on the same system, which shows you how versatile it is. You can pick up a copy on Amazon for the physical copy. It looks like this. It's really easy to pick up and read through it and start a game with whatever story you want to tell. If you like a digital version instead, you can pick that up at coffee.com/raven/shop. So just like it says in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, just go to the shop from there, and you can find everything there. The digital version is on sale until the end of the month, so for the next couple of days. You can pick that up at a discount. There's also free character sheets that you can download there. Also at the same website is Intrepid, which is another sponsor. It's adventuring gear for real life. So apparel, drinkware, accessories, things like that with a tabletop or adventure theme. There's also some really cool Pride items that are on there right now, so you can get ready for Pride Month coming up in June. Yeah, it's just cool stuff. And then finally, Die Hard Dice, which I've been using those dice to make all of these rolls for the missiles and whatnot. They're really good dice. They sell metal and polymer dice on their site, and a bunch of other accessories. They're phenomenal products and great people over there as well. They sent me this really cool prismatic rainbow set. I used this for a few rolls tonight. They're really, really pretty. They look good on camera, but even better in person. So if you'd like to pick up your own set, you can do that at dieharddice.com. Use the code BlackFeatherMay, all one word, capital B, capital M, and that's good for 10% off your whole order. So very cool. And then finally, if you want to catch up on this show or others on the channel, you can do so at the Fantasy Network at watch.thefantasy.network. And that's everything. So we're going to go on a raid. Our raid cry is, would you like to take a moment to register me? And we're going to go raid Polished Cryptid, who... uh-oh, we lost a bee. Oh well. We'll get her back in a sec. But we're going to go raid Polished Cryptid, who's fantastic. Looks like she's doing some tabletop stuff over there as well with a really phenomenal cast. So give them a follow if you're not doing so already, and say hi. And then I will see you all on Tuesday. Bye, everybody.